we're here. I swim this in, pry this open. My head comes down on top of my hands. Right now, I can swim this underhook, and then now I have this strong inside position here. Right. This I'm going to again use my wrist as a hook. Right. I'm going to hook on his tricep, and I'm going to do an arm lever. Right? My elbow is going to go right to the center of his sternum, right in his chest. Right. So from here, I put my elbow right here, and I pick this whole shoulder off the floor. I'm not going to stay on my knees when I do this. Right. I'm going to come here, and I'm going to drive my head, my ear towards his hip right here. I'm going to have a lot of pressure right here on his ribs and his forearm right here. He tries to get this arm out. Really hard for him to get this arm out here. Right. From here, I'm going to drive his head in with my knee, right, and compress him a little bit more. Right. From this position, you hear that? That's what right. And then I'm going to put my knee down right here, and then sit up, and now I have an attack on this arm, whatever I want to do with it. Okay. But I want to make the transition as uncomfortable for him as possible. Okay. That kind of falls in that category. Yeah. Right. Because I want him to be super tight. Because the guy knows what's coming, right? But I want him to have a choice between would I rather breathe or just let him have my arm, right? At some point, the breathing choice is going to win out. Not right at first. He's going to be like protect the arm, protect the arm, protect the arm. Eventually, he's going to be like I need to breathe, and he's going to start giving up his arm. Okay. So again, we've gotten into this position here. Now, this elbow comes in towards his body, right? Aiming right for the center of his chest. My hand's gonna act like a hook, and I'm gonna come here, and I'm gonna drive my ear towards his hip right here. From here, I'm gonna use my knee to stuff his head in. Very painful right here. Now, I'm gonna turn so your body's facing there. Second leg, you have choices. You have choices, right? So I'm here, I'm driving here, I pull his head in. This, initially I can just trap his head right here. Ideally I can use my knee to drive his head down towards the floor. I can pinch his head between my knees, right? The second leg can also shoot in over the bicep, right? And you can trap his head and arm there. Second leg can also come in here, come around, and then lock head and arm that way. So you have choices with this leg, how you want to go in and capture the head on the other side. You can get just the head alone, head, shin staple, or pummel your leg in and capture the whole head and arm, right? But at the end of the day, right, you want to get around the corners here, right? And then you want to end up in some position with his head between your legs, and you have the arm right here, right? And then from here, you can sit into an arm bar, you can attack the Kimura, you can do Tariqa Plata, you can do a bunch of stuff off of that.
Yeah, what's that? Takaraka Wahla? What was that?
We'll get Tariqa Plata. So Tariqa Plata is basically like a Kimura with extra steps. No, so I'm coming here with my Kimura grip, I post on the hip, and then I'm going to step over his arm with my leg. So I'm using my leg for the Kimura pressure, and then I sit to my hip.
You gonna have the biceps next year?
Oh, it's just a Kimura with your legs. It's like a omoplata, but not. So yeah, some dude named, it's called the Tariqa Plata. Some dude named Tariq, very famous for that. Don't worry about it.
Furiously Googling later on.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Poor grappling dummy. But remember, the arm lever, right? So turn face chest to them. Yeah. Right. So when I do the arm lever, I want to make sure my elbow is center mass here, right? And I'm pulling in here. My shoulder is covering his forearm right here with my ear towards his hip, right? From there, I got pressured on his head, and then now I can push his head down towards the floor. I can come over the knee, or knee over the arm, right? A lot of ways to, but I want you guys to get into that attacking position with that full pressure on your partner. So enjoy that for a couple minutes. All right, 5 claps. 1, 2, 3.